For legal reasons, we would like to point out that the opinions expressed in this podcast are the responsibility of the person expressing them. Everything said in this program is for entertainment purposes only, and the anecdotes we tell probably never happened. Any resemblance to reality is purely coincidental.
Hi there, welcome back to No Filter, Just Chisme, the podcast where you can find some real stories about friendships or every kind of gossip. Yes.
We are so excited to be here again with you, and we are quite anxious to start the gossip.
Yeah, I can't wait to start with our topic. It's a very interesting topic, well, at least for me. And I know you're gonna love it.
Well, today our topic is with friends like that who needs enemies. Hi, I am Elizabeth.
I'm Selene.
Hi, I'm Ame.
I'm Nelly, and now we're going to start with the gossip.
Yes. So I like to begin with a short experience with a fake friendship that each of us, had in the past.
Sure,
Yeah.
do you mean...
No, not exactly.
Yeah. Also, we're gonna change names, obviously, to preserve confidentiality.
Yes.
Yeah, and we'll agree to on several points.
Of course, Dan, Sel, what do you want to name your friend?
Okay, we are going to call her Juanita.
My name for a bad friend.
Okay, Juanita, but what do you say she was a bad friend? I know her, and I don't think she's... Or is she?
No, it's not who you think it is. That story is reserved for the end.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Okay.
First,
But tell us why.
Okay.
yeah. First, tell us how many years have already passed.
Okay. Well, first a little of context. I met Juanita in high school, so it was like 10 years ago. And I really thought that she was my friend because we spend time together. We talk all the time, even if we aren't at school. And also because I met her parents and she met mine.
Uy. So then, were you good or close friends?
Yeah, well, it's supposed to. So the thing is that at that time I had a big crush with a guy who yeah who actually was my neighbor. So and she knew it. So, because she was my friend, and just one day she told me that she was going to his house.
What? His house?
Yeah, I know. And I just was, sorry, and I just was like, what? Why?
Obviously.
Yeah, I have to mention that she had a little reputation with guys, so it was pretty obvious that something happened between them.
Son of them.
So I realized that she wasn't my friend.
Now I know why you say she was a bad friend. What happened next?
Well, I just stopped to talking to her. Yeah.
You live near her?
What?
You live near her?
No.
Okay.
Did he know that you like him?
Yeah, obviously.
What was his name?
No. We say without names.
Right now.
But no one else knows him, only us.
But what if some way this podcast reaches to him? No, you know.
True. At least he was handsome.
Yeah, he is still handsome. I will show you a photo of him at the end.
Yeah,
Right.
of course. Otherwise, someone cannot imagine everything.
Yeah.
Although that make it worse because it will be harder to forget, right? Now, who else wants to tell us about a fake friend?
Yeah, someone else share a story.
I haven't had a friend like that.
Really?
Of that time.
Oh my god.
Let you start. She misses a lot of his best friend.
Yeah, she misses a lot.
No, really?
Do you mean our friend that you always talk about?
Yeah, they are true friends.
No.
Yeah.
You have to share one story.
First, I'll tell a story. And
Yeah.
I only had one experience with a fake friend. Let's call her.
Pancha. Yeah, Pancha.
Pancha.
Yeah, Pancha sounds good.
Okay, so Pancha. Pancha was my friend when I was 14 years old, and she knew I like a guy. So Pancha was dating the best friend of my crush. And so one day my crush calls her because her man didn't internet on his phone. And guess what she does? She saves his number. And I already know. Like girl.
Oh my god, and what happened next?
I can't believe it, but tell us more.
Tell us why.
I don't know why she did that. And the worst part, she was also a friend with my crush ex, and sometimes would always tell me stuff the ex say about him.
No way.
Yeah, and I swear, and she would even say hi to me with the fake ass tone. And whatever, I just ignore her. And fast for a year, we are in school, and guess who ended up being my boyfriend?
Please tell
I know
me
the
that
name.
was your crush.
Yeah, honestly, the guy I liked all along, my crush.
Yeah,
I know. Happy endings.
And then he told me Pancha had been texting him, and after she broke up with her boyfriend, and like sending pics, and then he blocked her because she was being mean, not just me, but also to his friend.
I hate
And
that. I hate when girls act like that.
Oh, yeah.
So he know that she was your friend.
yes, because sometimes she told about him about me. And after that, I was done with her and never talked to her again. And honestly, I hope I never run into her ever.
Did you say that she wanted to be your friend after that, right?
What?
Did you say that she wanted to be your friend after that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what a disgusting person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
And I hope the same that you say. It's better to keep people like that away from you.
I haven't had any similar experience, but a bad friend, obviously we all have them, right?
Yeah, you're right. I think that some people just don't know how to be a good friend.
Yeah, sure. I think people are weird, but I think we should talk about the red flags we saw and ignored.
Yeah, and it's maybe because there are a lot of red flags that we don't see. Maybe because we used to think that red flags is just in a relationship.
Yeah.
But no, it's also in friendship.
Yeah, that's right. I think that's very sad.
Yeah.
I'd say a major red flag is when they are not happy for your achievements, and just want everything to be about them. And sometimes it's like jealousy, because you are actually doing something with your life.
Yeah, I don't know if I could have a friend like that.
Not very cool. Another red flag is when they want to be with the person you like.
Yeah, that's the worst. Like that
in
wouldn't
my
have.
story.
You wouldn't have even noticed if you hadn't said something.
I know. I remember about an experience in college.
Nelly, what red flag is? Do you think a lot of people ignore in friendship?
I don't think they ignore them, but I feel like it's harder for us to realize that a friend is hurting us in some way. So it's that.
So you mean they hurt you and are not able to realize that their mistake, or sometimes they make
Excuses.
Okay.
Right.
I think they are narcissist friends, because they
Yes.
never admit they hurt you,
Mm-hmm.
but they do expect and apologize the second they feel hurt.
Yeah, for me, the biggest red flags I've seen in friends and from experience is when you tell that something bothers you and they still keep doing it.
What do you mean exactly? I don't know what you're talking about.
Mainly when it's about the behavior, like they're rude or act in a bad way. And even if you tell them nicely to stop,
Yeah.
they either get mad or just ignore it, you and keep doing it anyway.
Okay.
Like your friend.
Yeah.
Okay, that's horrible because you don't feel hurt. Yeah.
And same for me, a red flag is when someone makes passive aggressive comments.
Yeah.
But-
I'm
But
agree.
most people don't really know how to tell them to stop, because they don't know how much it actually affects the other person.
Yeah, and I had that experience.
Yeah.
We had a friend who always dropped those passive aggressive comments like non-stop, right?
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah. Tell me
Uh,
what. Ami will say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember comments like, "Oh, I have so much boob, and others don't." So like girl, that's one lucky mean, and she never stopped to think if that would make me or Nelly feel bad as her friends, and she made a lot of comments than others heard, and she offended everyone physically. But I think my fault was that I didn't say anything to her at first.
Exactly. Like if she says it out loud, and she knows we're hearing it,
Yeah.
and she clearly don't care if it made us feel bad, or just like that, just like the red flags that Ellie mentioned.
And did you see another red flag with her?
Yeah, I wanna know if she did other things like that.
Uh,
I think one of the most random things she did, well, she was a pick me girl.
Oh,
Like, she always wanted to have all the attention anywhere. She always wanted to be just her. Or if you told her something that happened to you, she will say something similar happened to her. Or that her story was 1,000 times better than yours.
was she really like that?
Sure, you never noticed?
yeah, a little bit.
So that's
little
why the friendship ended.
Maybe. But let's see. And to be honest, did you like her?
Well, in the beginning,
Beginning.
but I started to notice that kind of things, and so I decided to walk away from her.
Yeah, me too. I came to admire her. Really. Until I got to know her.
Yeah.
And Yoame, what do you think about having been her friend? Do you regret it?
Well,
Be honest.
okay.
Yes, please. Yeah, just the truth.
Well, I didn't regret at first because even with the problems, we had fun moments. But when she said regret being my friend, that really hurt me and then made me angry. So it doesn't matter if we had a reason to be mad, but she would still say I'm the bad one, that is was rude. Now I can say that I do regret meeting her, and I'm also better of emotionally because I don't have that where I am fear from his no her behavior. But and you really do you regret being friends with her?
Be honest.
Just the truth.
I don't know. As you said at the beginning, I was happy to be her friend because we live beautiful moments together, and I didn't. I never thought that we will pass these kind of things, and yeah, but at the beginning it was beautiful. Thank you. And I feel like she had more resent toward you. But in the end, she was always a person who thought she was right.
Oh, I know. That was the worst part.
But did you know that she said that she regrets to be her friend?
No, I didn't know that. I feel like yeah.
But enough about her. Now, let's talk about her friend.
Is it really necessary?
I don't think so.
Obviously, you forced us to talk about our friends, so now it's your turn.
Yes, we are sure or nothing. We don't ask what she did.
Okay, first, nobody was forced. But well, well, she's supposed to be your friend. Well, I really think that she was, but she's also a pick me girl. No, yeah, I know. So her behavior was very strange. I felt like she was she wanted to compete with me for guys. Yeah,
Wow, really?
yeah.
Wait. We're talking about.
Yes.
But
But you
So doesn't she seem like the kind of person who would do that?
But yes, she does.
She
Yeah,
does.
obviously.
And she makes a lot of passive aggressive comments
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yes, and the words. Yeah, the words of it all is that when you set limits, she will victimize herself.
Oh.
And well,
Herself.
she told me something that she knew
Yeah.
that will hurt me. And well, at that moment, I decided to start to walk away from her.
Yeah. I remember that, and I said, if she treats the people she says are her best friends like that, what can I expect from those who
Are
aren't?
not.
Yeah, exactly. And we missed talking about a lot of things that she made our friends, but I think that we should say that
Yeah.
because I mean it's is the relationship about another friends and
So she was not only mean to you, but also to others.
Yeah, exactly. She was always like that because even with people she had no problem with, she also stopped talking to them. Anyway, it's a long story, as I told you.
Now I know why she's alone those days.
All right, enough gossip.
oh,
Bye.
No.
well, but at least all this experience taught us to identify a bad friend. Well, I
Bad
hope so.
friendships.
Yeah, it also helped us to identify red
Red
flags
flags.
in friendships.
That's right. But I would like to pass to our favorite section called "What do you prefer?" Yes.
Can't wait to hear the options.
Switching the subject a little bit, what do you prefer? Dating with a buchon or dating with a ñero?
But first we have explained the terms buchon and ñero.
Okay, yeah, sure. Buchon is a person who likes to show off because they have a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah. They also buy a lot of things from women, and they are related to drug trafficking.
Yes.
Someone, you know?
For me, someone ñero is a person who listens to music, listen to reggaeton music, but is very explicit, and sometimes they wear really weird clothes. No offense, though.
So now we have to choose. Nelly, what do you prefer?
Do I have to choose someone?
Yeah, honestly.
Obviously, yeah.
It's just, I don't know, because the buchones are supposed to just show off their money or pretend to have it. And Añero, I don't know, this his way of speaking gives me a lot of cringe. Well, I already said I prefer a buchon.
Okay.
What do you prefer, Ellie?
She
Okay. I prefer the buchon. Because I think the buchon is better than the neuro. Because I don't like reggaeton. Sel, what about you?
Okay.
But did you like? Don't you
No,
like
no.
reggaeton or it's your guilty pleasure?
No, I think that she doesn't like
Okay.
reggaeton.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so what do I prefer? Mm, I don't know. It's so hard to choose, but I think that I'm going to choose the Bushon because Bushon. Yeah, because he will at least buy me a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And you, Ame, what do you prefer?
I pick the Buchon too. Because they dress a bit better.
Yeah.
And in my case, I like dancing to norteño music.
Okay.
And obviously, I'd get a bunch of gifts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it seems
Just for that.
like it seems like the Bushon is the best option.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. What kind of niñero are we talking about? Because if it is Malia, I choose him.
Yeah. I agree with you. I agree.
Wait, who is Malia?
Do you know? No.
No.
No. Don't you know?
No.
No.
I don't know.
Do you?
Obviously.
You can search a song.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
can
it's a
believe that
singer.
you don't know who
It's a
is
singer.
Maria.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a singer.
He's.
But did you say that something like
Right.
reggaeton?
Yeah.
But it's
But.
Malia.
Exactly.
That's why I said it was your guilty pleasure.
Yeah, but it's just Malia. No,
He's
no reggaeton music.
Yeah.
It's just because it's Malia.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Malia.
Okay.
Just Malia.
But why did you like him?
Because he is so handsome.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, tell me, what do you prefer? To have a manipulative friend or a very passive aggressive friend?
That's a hard decision to make.
Sure.
Yeah.
I want to answer that question
Why?
Mm,
because because I told you it's a long story and there is no time.
No.
So, but what do you prefer?
But you just need to tell us what you prefer, no why. So,
No.
well,
Sel.
It's a hard. I prefer a very. I don't know. No, I think that I prefer a very passive aggressive
why?
friend.
You will tell us why, right?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Hey,
Calm down. So, because I don't like to be manipulated, and if I have a friend who is passive aggressive, I just can ignore her.
Yeah,
And that's
true.
right.
It's
Yeah.
What do you think, Amy?
I rather have a passive aggressive friend too, because I can handle the comments better than being manipulated.
Yes.
And I think I'm the kind of person who would do that.
Anyway, everybody should know that the further away,
Okay.
away from the false friends is better.
We'll agree that everybody has had a bad friend, right?
So, please tell us your stories with a fake friendship in the comments below.
And hope you all enjoy this time with us. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Yeah.
See you.
Bye.